Coming up, it's a day in Boston for us. Did we enjoy our excursion? Also, trying ROJO by Razzle Dazzle. What did we think of the food? And finally, what gives with the lines on Brilliant Lady? All that and more on Laurie and Gary Cruise.
Come and cruise with us. Come and cruise with us. Come and cruise with us, and you won't regret it.
Good morning from Boston, Massachusetts on Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady. This is our third time visiting Boston from a cruise. So far we've been just doing our own thing, but we wanted to make sure we made the most out of our day today, so we booked an excursion. This excursion was half bus ride, half boat ride, and it didn't leave until early afternoon. Our meeting place was the Shore Excursions desk, and then we all walked off the ship together. And we need to give a shout out to Virgin for how this flowed, because with Princess, we've had meeting places and we've ended up just sitting around for like an extra hour after the excursion was supposed to start. But with Virgin, we left right on time, if not even a little bit earlier. And just so you know, if you want to do your own thing at the Boston port, there is plenty to do within walking distance. It's just that we felt like at this point we've kind of been there, did that, done that. We wanted to try something new. And look, my last name is Bloom, and the tour bus was named after me, I've decided. And as we head off on the day's journey, I want to talk about how excursion-wise, there weren't too many options with this cruise. Now, I know this route is not going to be a normal route for the ship, so perhaps that's why, but I remember there was only maybe like 6 or 7 excursions listed for Boston. That is ship-sponsored excursions. And don't come at me in the comments. I know you all are going to say you could have done a non-ship sponsored excursion. We've been over this before. We just feel more comfortable on ship-sponsored excursions. And because Gary has knee problems, we can't do a walking excursion, so we're even more limited. But let me show you a couple clips from the day, and then we'll talk about it.
Of the lagoon in the public garden, but unfortunately they have a short season. And here is Commonwealth Avenue on the right. Marathon Monday. So the marathon starts out in Hopkinton, and the finish line right in front of us here. This is called the Monument to the 54th Regiment, the Old South Meeting House, which you will see once at the end of this street if you look to.
So that was the bus ride portion. It was about 2 hours long, and listen, you guys, Boston's a beautiful city. It is nice driving around, seeing all the sights. You could hear the tour guide in those clips. He definitely knew what he was talking about, and he gave out some interesting information. However, the bus should have had more points where it stopped so we could get out and take pictures. As is, we stopped one single time for about 5 minutes. And also there were some times where the bus driver drove past a certain historical landmark so quickly we barely had time to even see it. Now we are on the boat portion of the day, and again, I'll show you a couple clips of this, and then we'll talk about this part.
Learn today. As we spin the boat here, take a look off every side of the boat. Take a look at all the land as we spin here, just because it's a convenient time to do it. And I'll come back to that in just a second. You have to crane your necks around. And what you're seeing is all this land, and what you're understanding now is there is no original land in sight at this point in time. To the point now where 75% of Boston sits on man-made land. It's really all we're going to see. We'll talk about everything on the land, but the land itself simply wasn't here. The Dartmouth and the Beaver. The captain of the Beaver, by the way, was an ancestor of mine, Captain Hezekiah Coffin. On the harbor, and the only one, this beautiful sculpture of a codfish here on the corner of this building here. That is a 45-foot keeper, if ever there was one. It's actually a function.
So this portion of the excursion was amazing. That tour guide was so incredible. We learned so much new and interesting information about Boston. So if you're not like us and you don't mind doing non-ship sponsored excursions, I believe the name of this company is Boston Harbor City Cruises. The area where they leave from was within a 5-minute drive from the port, maybe even walking distance.
Itself is very, very flat. The streets, they're all laid out like a random cause because they're planning them into forats. Shanties have been when British Airways comes in, that's the biggest plane that lands here. It comes.
As you can see, we also got super close to Boston Logan Airport. So overall, I'm going to give this excursion a 7 out of 10. But if it had just been the harbor tour, it would have been a 10 out of 10. So highly recommend booking it separately and going out and doing it on your own. So as the excursion finished up, we hopped back on the bus, and as said, it was just about a 5-minute drive back to the ship. On our way back to our room, we passed the social club, and they have this area where they serve candy and fudge and little cakes, and you guys, once again, all included in your cruise fare. I am deceased over this.
Not sure what?
Your baggage, so you can show them the other sweet treats you got.
Oh, yeah. So Laurie and I just got back from this snack place. I got a cake pop.
It's good, right? Tell them it's good.
It's delicious.
Let's see the middle. There's sprinkles in the middle.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
It's like one of those little things you can get at Starbucks, only it's a big.
I know. And we're eating in an hour.
I got a.
Oh my God. It's like a Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie treat.
Exactly.
And it has frosting on the top.
And this, I got a chunk of fudge.
Yeah. It said chocolate cake, so it looks like it's like a gluten-free moist chocolate cake.
It said fudge.
Which is fudge.
Yeah.
No, it said it said fudge. Cake.
It said fudge.
Okay. And it said cake. It said like fudgy cake or something. I can go back and look at the evidence. It's so good, right?
All
right, we got to get ready for dinner.
Yeah.
No formal nights with Virgin Cruises, so I just make up formal night and dress up whenever I feel like. And unfortunately, no affiliate link for this one. I purchased it about 20 years ago at Forever 21, and I still fit into it. Go figure. This evening's dinner was at ROJO by Razzle Dazzle. And I want to emphasize, not just here, but basically at all the restaurants, either we ended up being group seated or we were sat at a table for two, but the tables of two were so close to each other, you can see, that it felt more like tables of multiple people. So it was really hard to film our meals. However, here is the menu. Pause wherever you need to. ROJO is a Spanish-inspired restaurant, and they offer a lot of tapas-style shareable plates, but they have large main course dishes too.
So they gave us bread and what I thought was melted butter, but I should have known better on this cruise line. It's bread and a very rich, flavorful olive oil. And I gave it a go a while ago and loved it. So good. Delish.
All right, we got oxtail, octopus, shrimp, more octopus. What's that, baby?
Potato something.
Okay. And then beef tartare.
Beef tartare, which comes with potato chips.
And try something.
I'm going to go with the octopus first.
Okay.
And a I don't know what this sauce is. It's so tender.
It's tender.
It's not chewy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Looking forward to trying it.
I'm glad I got 2 of these.
Me too.
This is wonderful.
Awesome.
Oh. Now I'm going to try the beef tartare.
Okay.
Comes with a quail egg on top. I'm going to pop that baby. Beef tartare, as you know, is raw filet mignon. Perfection.
Awesome.
You don't have to add anything to it. Perfect, just the way it is.
Beautiful. Whoa, there's more? Thank you. Did you got 2 of the oxtails?
I don't think I ordered oxtail.
Whatever.
Go.
Well, Gary doesn't think we ordered oxtail, but we have it. We have a lot of it, so I'm going to give it a try. The oxtail is oxtailing. It's almost like ground up oxtail, and it melts in your mouth. It's really good. Alright. So we don't think we ordered this, which was like beets, olives, kind of like a little tapenade dish, I guess. But we're making our way through everything. We don't think we ordered the oxtail either. I hope we get the rest of what we actually did order, which was more beef tartare, because that was really good.
So, I got some potatoes. I didn't know how they were going to be prepared, but I knew they were going to be good. This is Virgin Cruise Line, so I got them, and there's this hot sauce on them. It takes on a hot flavor a minute or two after you've eaten it, but they're seasoned so well. You just don't eat anything else on it. I don't know what this is, but it's delish. And
It's like a fingerling potato,
yeah,
but like
yeah,
fried or something. So good.
so good.
All right, we both got ribs. So here's the rib. It looks so good, and it comes with an egg. No, oh, that's not an egg. What am I saying? That's like a yogurt sauce.
It's a sauce, yeah.
Oh my god, it's so soft. It's not like it's coming off the bone so easily. It's like melting off the bone. It's so well seasoned. This is a good rib. All right, baby.
Churros with milk chocolate at the bottom. And here goes. So good.
You say so good after everything?
Because I did.
I know. How about divine, delicious, scrumdiddlyumptious, heavenly?
Scrumptious, heavenly, flavorful, sweet, crunchy on the outside,
Melt in your
extremely
mouth.
soft on the inside, and warm.
Yes. And I got the cheesecake for dessert. And now listen, you guys, they did mess up our order a little. We definitely didn't order some of that stuff, and we didn't get some of the tapas dishes we did order. But everything was so good, it honestly didn't matter. And we didn't want to fix the problem because we had to go get in line. Look at this line. Luckily, we got on it before this happened, but this was the line to go see Murder at the Manor. In the Manor. Murder in the Manor. And this is a smaller theater. There were people towards the back that waited for 20-30 minutes that did not get a seat. We ourselves waited for over an hour and didn't even get our beloved front row seats. And this line is insane. It just goes and goes and goes. It goes throughout the whole floor of the ship. And I mentioned this in another video, but I feel like an easy fix for a shorter line would be to open the house earlier. They opened at 15. Usually houses open at half hour. And I'm not saying there wouldn't be a line, but I just can't imagine it being this long. And at least you would know a half hour before the show if you had a seat or not and could make other plans. Look, it's still going. So let this be a lesson to you. Anything in the Manor, get there an hour early to line up. Since there was indeed no front row house seating left, we headed up to the balcony and got the last 2 decent seats. Look at these couches up there. Why would they put those there? You cannot see from them. Design flaw, design flaw. Okay, a little bit about the show. So this was written for the ship. It was a new show for Virgin Voyages. The style was campy, cute, fun, and I just loved it. I thought it was well written. I wanted to know who done it the whole time. I thought the cast was excellent, and I definitely think this show was well worth the wait. And that's going to wrap up this video. Let us know what you think in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this content, please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. It would be super appreciated. Also, stay tuned for more videos about our cruise on this incredible new ship. There was just so much food, so much entertainment, so many thoughts. If we were to make one video about this cruise vacation, it would be 10 hours long. So we're making you a bunch of little ones. And until the next time, we want you to live your best cruise life. Bye-bye.